Good afternoon. Welcome to the FTD University webinar titled, How to Get a Flood of New Customers for Little or No Money. Today, you will learn how to increase your foot traffic without spending a fortune on advertising through proven, effective, and low-cost marketing ideas. Susan Negen, co-founder of WhizBang Training, will be leading this informative webinar. Susan has a knockout one-two punch of sophisticated big business skills and street-smart small business experience. In her more than 2 decades of business experience, she has shared her skills and wisdom as a retail consultant with independent store owners, managers, and employees all over the world. Susan co-created the Retail Mastery System, the Retail Sales Academy, and the best-selling book, Marketing Your Retail Store in the Internet Age, to help retailers build their sales and improve their productivity. Once Susan is finished with their presentation, we will open the webinar up for questions. So if you have a question, just simply type it in that question box on the upper right side of your screen. Feel free to submit your questions during the presentation, and we'll hold them until the Q&A portion of the webinar. So without further ado, I'd like to turn the call over to Susan to begin the webinar. Susan?
Thanks, Janet. Hey, everybody. Really excited to be here with all of the lovely FTD folks today and be talking with you about how to get a flood of new customers for little or no money. And before we go any further than this first screen, I really want to talk about the 3 ways that you can grow your business, because that's what we all want to do as independent retailers. We want to grow our businesses. And there's really only 3 ways that we've ever come up with to actually grow your business. The first way is actually to get new customers. So it is the lifeblood of every business. We do have to focus on getting new customers, but there are 2 other ways that you can grow your business. One is to increase your average sale by selling more services and products to each customer when they come in, and also to sell the higher price merchandise. So increasing your average sale is another way to build your business. And the third way is to increase the number of transactions per customer. So getting them to shop with you more times a year and getting them to stay with you for more years to increase their lifetime as your customer. But today we're really going to just talk about how to get those new customers. It's one of the really critical ways to grow your business. And we want to try to do that for as inexpensively as possible, but as effectively as possible, and as innovatively as possible. So that's what we're going to be talking about today in this webinar. But before we talk about the tactics, the actual ideas about how to do this, I really want to talk about some key concepts. There are 4 key concepts that we're going to talk about so that you really understand why these inexpensive, innovative tactics really work. And the first key concept that I want to talk about is the fact that it costs money. There is a cost involved with acquiring a customer. So no matter how we get these new customers, there is a cost involved, almost always. There are a few ways that you can get new customers that cost pretty much nothing. Word of mouth referrals would be one way that costs almost nothing to acquire a customer. But even walk-by traffic costs money. The reason that rents in higher-end shopping districts or rent in a great shopping mall are higher is because they have better walk-by traffic, and that is the cost to acquire a customer. If you put ads in newspapers or on social media or advertise on your local radio station, all of those cost money and you're getting new customers in return. So what we're going to try to talk about today are some ways that we can acquire new customers at no cost or very low cost. So that's one of the keys that we're going to be talking about today. So oftentimes you'll put an advertisement in a newspaper or in a magazine in your local city newspaper, and maybe it costs $200 to put the ad in the newspaper, and you get 2 new customers. Well, you've just acquired a customer for $100. Cost $100 to acquire those new customers, and we want to try to get it down a lot lower than that. But it's important to remember that no matter what we do to get new customers, there's almost always a cost involved. So it's one of our key concepts. The second key concept that we want to talk about is the rule of reciprocity. And the rule of reciprocity simply states givers get. It's a social, psychological, human instinct, a rule, a behavioral rule that we humans have, that when somebody gives you something, you feel this obligation to reciprocate. You feel the obligation to give them something in return. And so as marketers, as retailers, we're going to use this rule of reciprocity, this feeling of obligation in our marketing concepts. And if you think that this isn't true, I want you to think just for a minute about somebody that you know that might be grumpy, and why grumpy people don't like you to do favors for them. And the reason that they mostly don't like you to do favors for them if they're grumpy is because they don't want to have to feel like they have to do something in return for you. Everybody feels this rule of reciprocity, this feeling of givers get. If I give you something, you need to give me something in return. So this is an important concept that we are going to leverage, and it's demonstrated another way. Here's another way to think about it. If you are in the Midwest, like I am in Michigan, in the wintertime, we always have double doors, not side by side, but first a door and then a little space and then another door so the snow and the wind doesn't come in. And let's say two of us were walking up towards that first door, and I opened the door for the person walking next to me, and they walked through. It would be a little uncomfortable if they stood there and waited for me to open the second door for them again. And why is that? It's that rule of reciprocity. If I open the door for them, they feel obligated to return the favor and open the next door for me. So it's something that's hardwired into us as humans. So we're going to leverage that. So that's the second key concept. And the third key concept is this idea of break even on the front end to break the bank on the back end. So many different stores use this concept in the grocery store industry. For example, they have loss leaders. For example, super low prices on milk. They might have a really, really low price on milk. They're only not making any profit on that milk. They're breaking even on that one product. But they want to break the bank on the back end because you're going to put everything else in your cart when you're shopping. Now, if you were somebody about my age, you might remember the Columbia Record Club, where you could get your first record for 5 cents or some ridiculous dollar, some ridiculously low number. It's that same idea. They weren't making any money sending you that first record in the mail, but they're banking on you. They're banking on the back end. They're banking on you continuing with their program, and that they're going to sell you lots and lots of records in the Columbia Record Club. So this is a key concept. We're not going to worry too much about making tons of profit on that first transaction. All right, not going to worry about making so much money on that first transaction, because what we want to do is we want to break the bank on the back end. And the reason that we can do that is really because of this fourth key concept, the lifetime value of a customer. And the lifetime value of the customer is really just how much money would an average customer, on average, some are going to be more, some are going to be less, of course, but on average, how much does your customer spend with you over the lifetime of the years that they shop with you, that they buy flowers from you? So this is really a critical concept, and one I want you to really focus on. And we're going to be coming back to this idea of lifetime value of the customer over and over and over again, because this is where inexperienced, foolish business people, they focus on getting a customer to make a sale. All right, they focus on getting a customer so they can make a sale. The wise business person, the retailers like you who are here learning this information today, they're going to focus on making the sale to get the customer and all of their associated lifetime value. So let me say that again, because this is important. Inexperienced, ineffective retailers focus on getting a customer to make a sale. And we want you to focus on making the sale to get the customer. Get the customer. Once you get the customer, then you can focus on those other two ways to grow your business of selling them more and selling them more often. So it's really important to get these customers, and we want to do it at as low a cost of customer acquisition as we can. And we want to really focus in on their lifetime value. And we're going to leverage that rule of reciprocity in order to do that, so that we can break even, or hopefully maybe even acquire a customer at a small profit on the front end, and we can still break the bank on the back end. So let's just talk a little bit about lifetime value, and let's look at this in terms of maybe what's your lifetime value, what this might be for a florist. Maybe your average dollars per transaction, your average sale is about $80. Now, of course, you're going to sell some bouquets and some floral arrangements that are less, but you're going to sell some that are a lot more. You might sell sympathy arrangements that are a lot more, or weddings that are a lot more. But on average, let's say for this particular florist, their average sale is $80. And the average number of times per year that a customer shops is 3. Maybe they shop at Valentine's Day and at Easter and at Christmas. Let's say they just shop 3 times a year for flowers for their home. And they continue shopping and buying flowers for their home and for their friends for 20 years. So if that's the case, in this scenario, the average lifetime value of a customer is $4,800. So when a customer walks into your store, you're not just looking at them as one sale, one $50 bouquet, $100 bouquet. You're really looking at them and going, wow, that customer is worth almost $5,000 to me. What would you trade? What would you give in order to get that $5,000 average lifetime value? That's what we're going to be talking about, and that's one of the ways we're going to be talking about getting new customers. So what would you give to get that lifetime value for your customer? It's a very powerful and very different way to think about acquiring customers, rather than just putting an ad in a newspaper or making a post on social media. So now, if we've taken all those concepts and understood those, next what we want to do is we want to start to talk about some of the tactics, some of the different ways that we can use these concepts to get new customers walking in the store for us. And one of the things that I know a lot of people do is use coupons. And if I was presenting this program live right now, I would ask you to raise your hand if you're using coupons. And my experience tells me that about 2/3 of the room would raise their hand. And I would, my first thing that I would say to you is throw out all of your coupons. You don't want to use coupons anymore. What you want to do is use gift certificates. Throw out all of your coupons and trade them in for gift certificates. Why? Because they treat coupons like trash, but they treat gift certificates like cash. Now, remember, it's that rule of reciprocity that you're putting into play here. Gift certificates, the gesture of giving a gift certificate puts that givers get social psychological rule into play. Okay, coupons, they just go, they get thrown in the trash. There's a finite amount of benefit that they can get from that coupon, and they're not as valuable as a gift, when you give somebody a gift, an actual gift certificate, people hold on to those things for forever. I tell you what, if I looked in my wallet right now in my purse, I know that I have gift certificates in there that I've been holding on to for months. Like I have no coupons, but gift certificates, they turn into cash in the person's mind. And so this is really, really important. So they're going to redeem them more, and they put this givers get mindset into play. So one of the things that we absolutely love about giving gift certificates as a way to attract new customers is the fact that you only pay for a customer when you get a customer. So if you're giving gift certificates, really, you're not giving any money. You're only giving pieces of paper until the customer actually comes into your store and buys something. So your cost to acquire a customer, you're only paying to acquire a customer when you actually get a customer. I would like you to go to your local newspaper and try to work that deal for advertising. Yeah, I want a full page ad, but I don't want to pay for any of the advertising for any customers that I don't get. See how they like that. See if you can work that deal. I've never been able to work that deal for advertising yet. So giving gift certificates is fantastic because you don't pay for the customer until you get the customer, until they actually are buying products for you. So it's a fantastic way to attract people into the store and get them to try you out. So I know right now you probably have about 3 different questions, and we're going to be talking about them because I have done this program many, many times. My husband's done this program many, many times. We know what questions you're wondering about right now. You're probably typing them in the question box right now. And the first one is, well, all right, I get this idea of giving out gift certificates. How much should my gift certificate be for? And there's no hard and fast answer, but let's talk about this. Let's just say your average sale was that $80. Average sale was $80. And your cost of goods on an $80 bouquet of flowers, you've got the flowers, you've got the labor to put it together. Let's just say, just to make it easy right now, your cost of goods on all of the things is 50% Keystone. So if you somebody came in and on average they buy $80, I would feel comfortable giving a gift certificate for $40, right? Because on average they're going to buy $80 from you, and it's only going to cost you $40. You're going to break even on every new customer that comes into your store. Now, I think you could probably give a gift certificate for flowers for $20. The thing is, you want to make sure that the gift certificate denomination is large enough to motivate the customer to actually come in and try you out and buy the goods and services that you offer, to try your flowers, to come in and get a small bouquet for their best friend's birthday. So whatever the reason, you want the gift certificate to motivate them to come in, but you want to make sure that it's less than your average sale on average, and you're going to want to test different denominations. So I would, for a floral store, I would definitely test $10 gift certificates, $20 gift certificates, maybe even $40 gift certificates, especially if you're a florist that sells higher end merchandise, higher end bouquets. Try a $40 gift certificate. If you had a $40 gift certificate, if a potential customer had a $40 gift certificate in their hand, boy, you can really bet that they're going to come in. It's going to motivate them to get into your store and redeem that gift certificate. All right, so the amount that the gift certificate should be for, hopefully you'll get to break even. Maybe you'll even make a little bit on that first sale. But remember, we're not so worried about making a ton of profit on the first sale, the first $80 sale. Because what we want is we want the customer and that entire $4,800 lifetime value. So would you give $40? That's your cost of goods on that sale. Would you give $40 in that gift certificate in order to get $4,800 over the lifetime of that customer? I hope you're saying yes. I hope you're saying, how many times can I do that? I want to do that 1,000 times and get 1,000 new customers, right? If you can get new customers for almost no cost, at break even, or even at a small profit, this is a powerful, powerful tool. So that's one question that we always get when we talk about giving gift certificates to acquire new customers. The next question that we always hear is this one: how much fine print should I have on my gift certificate? Should I have an expiration date on my gift certificate? Should I say no cash value on my gift certificate? And I would say the least amount of fine print that you put on your gift certificate, the better. You don't have to have no cash value. You don't have to say, 20 different things on there. The only thing, and this is very important, and if you are taking notes, please write this down. This one particular piece of fine print, you should definitely put on every gift certificate, and that is this one: please, only one per customer. So imagine if you're giving out gift certificates as a marketing tool at, maybe it's your local Chamber of Commerce golf outing, and in each one of the, every golfer at the golf outing gets a gift certificate to your store for $40 in flowers. What you don't want is one person going around and taking all the gift certificates from all their friends, combining them together, and thinking that they have $400 in gift certificates. So you want to have this one line of gift certificates, please, only one per customer. Now, let's talk a little bit about expiration dates. Me, personally, I don't like having expiration dates on gift certificates. I don't care when they want to become a customer. I just want them to become a customer. So what if they're busy for the next 30 days? Or, they don't have a reason to buy flowers for 3 more months. We don't care when they become a customer. We just want them, when they're ready to become a floral customer, to be your floral customer. So I like having no expiration dates on your gift certificates, unless there are some times to have an expiration date, unless you're giving them out as like a cause marketing effort, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. And you need to write a check to the charity of your choice at a certain date. Well, that should be the date, the expiration date on your gift certificate. Sometimes if you are trying to drive traffic at a certain time of year, like around Christmas time, there are some techniques using expiration dates that you can use with your gift certificates. But in general, zero fine print except for this one line: please, only one per customer. All right? So I know that you might be going, oh, I'm scared. Remember, you're not giving away money. You're giving away pieces of paper, just pieces of paper, until they come in and actually become a customer. So that brings us to the third question that we always get when we talk about giving away gift certificates, and that's this one: will somebody take advantage of me? Aren't they going to screw me over? Come on. And the answer, of course, is yes, of course they will. Of course they will. You are going to have somebody come in and buy, if you give them a gift certificate for $20, they're going to come in and buy flowers that add up to $19.99 and ask for a penny back. Of course you're going to get people doing that. But I want to talk to you about 3 things to keep in mind when you're worried about this idea of, isn't somebody going to take advantage of me? The first is, remember that you're looking at the averages. You need to look at the averages. Overall, is your $80 average sale holding up? If you're giving $20 gift certificates and your average sale is $80, you are acquiring customers at a profit. So overall, even if they just buy the amount of the gift certificate, you should be doing pretty well, you know, if your average sale is holding up. So that's one thing. The second thing to remember is that the world is full of tire kickers. People coming in just to try you out. So let's say you give out a $20 gift certificate. You're going to get people come in, and again, they're going to buy $19.99 worth of flowers and ask for the penny back. But they're in checking you out. They're in checking you out. They're checking out your flowers. They're checking out your store environment. They're checking out the customer experience they get with you. They're checking out all of that stuff about whether they want to switch to you to be their floral provider, right? So they could just as easily have a daughter getting married in 6 months. They're checking you out. They want to know, will they be treated well? What will the flowers look like? What kind of experience can they expect to have when they're in your store? So you got to remember that people are in there checking you out just because they didn't spend a lot with you that first sale. You know, you're going to break even on the first sale. They could be the big break the bank sale on the back end. So kind of brings me to my third point about this. And I want you to just think about this. Let's say we gave out 100 gift certificates at that Chamber of Commerce golf outing. 100 golfers, you give out 100 gift certificates. Now, what you've given out so far is 100 pieces of paper. Remember, 100 pieces of paper. That's all you've given so far. You're not giving money. You haven't given $10,000 or anything like that. You're just giving paper. So give out 100 gift certificates. Maybe, let's say 10 of them come back into the store. And let's say 7 of those 10 that get redeemed spend exactly the $20 of your gift certificate. They spend $20, no more. They're tire kickers, and you're breaking even just on that $20 gift certificate. Let's say 2 of them come in with their $20 gift certificate and they spend $80. They're going to be your average sale customer. So you've got two of them that have spent $80 for their $20 gift certificate. But that last customer, the 10th customer that redeems their gift certificate, let's just say they definitely they've got 3 daughters and they're all about to get married within the next 3 years. And not only that, but they have corporate gifts that they want to send their business owner, and they've got corporate gifts that they want to send out, and they want to use flowers as their corporate gifts. Now, all of a sudden, that one gift certificate that you've given out to get that new one amazing superstar customer has completely paid for all of your efforts. So if 10 of them come back at $20, you've given out $200, and you've gotten a lifetime value, that $4,800 from at least 2 of them. And that last customer, that corporate customer, the wedding customer, $3, let's say maybe their value is $50,000 to you over the course of their lifetime as a customer. Is that worth it? Was that $200 investment in giving out those gift certificates worth it? How many times would you do that? How many times would you give away $200 in gift certificates to get a superstar customer, right? That's what happens. You can't focus on the one sale, the first sale. You have to focus on that lifetime value. And of course, a couple of people are going to screw you. They're going to take advantage of you. Forget about them. Karma will take care of them. What you want to focus on are the awesome customers with huge lifetime value that you're going to get from this tactic. All right. So that is the answer. Of course, you're going to have some people taking advantage of you. So let's talk about a bunch of different ways that you can actually give these gift certificates. How can you use gift certificates to find new customers, get new customers, and get them in your store? Well, the first way is just in personal conversations. I recommend that you keep a stack of gift certificates in your purse, or in your car, or in your briefcase, where wherever you go when you're having conversations, whether it's at the grocery store, at your place of worship, in the library. Whenever you're having personal conversations with people, as well as I do, that you get into this thing where you meet somebody and they say, "Oh, well, what do you do?" And you say, "Well, I own John's flower shop," and they'll say, "Oh, that's amazing." And in personal conversations, this is the perfect thing to do. At this point, you pull out your gift certificate, you hand it to them, and say, "Here's a gift certificate for $20. I'd really like to invite you to come into the shop and see me. Give me a chance to show you what beautiful flowers we have and what we can do for you." So you just, in personal conversations, you can hand out gift certificates. Now, you can also give these gift certificates to your designers and your sales associates, and let them give out gift certificates to the people that they meet. So you want to spread these out as far and wide as you can. Remember, you're giving out paper until they actually come in and become a customer. You're not paying for the customer until they actually become the customer. So give them out in personal conversations. That's a great way to give gift certificates. The second really great way to give gift certificates is in networking events. So especially if you, like, right before key holidays, like for you guys, I would say in January, if you have a Chamber of Commerce breakfast bash or something like that, or a networking event in January, you want to apply to be the speaker and the person that gets out their stuff at that networking event in January. And you want to give gift certificates to everybody in the room and invite them to come in during Valentine's Day, because you want them to come to you, not any of your other competition, not any place else. You don't want them to go to Walmart or the super center or the convenience store. They're all carrying flowers right now, aren't they? I know competition is tough for you guys. So you want them to come to you to get your Valentine's flowers, and then that's your chance to really show them that you can shine. So at networking events, instead of handing out a business card, you can hand out your gift certificate and invite that person that you're talking to come right on into your store and give you a try. The third thing you can do with your gift certificates is just to walk your business district. Go in, talk to your local merchants, talk to every doctor's office, give enough gift certificates for all of the nurses in the doctor's office, go to the chiropractors and the dentists, and walk around your business district and give out these gift certificates and invite the people to come in and give you a try. Remember, you're trying to make the sale to get the customer and their associated lifetime value. So going out and walking your business district, if business is slow, number 3 is probably the easiest, best thing you can do. You can immediately go print up some gift certificates, walk around, start handing them out at your local businesses, to the owners, to the workers, walk your business district. The fourth way to give out gift certificates is at consumer shows. So not like trade shows where businesses attend, but those consumer shows where the local public comes into these big shows to get to learn about stuff. So maybe it's a local home show, or maybe it's the garden club show, the garden show in your area. You can do consumer shows. Now, consumer shows, this is fantastic because everybody in the show, they're doing a giveaway. They're raffling off one thing. So, you know, the boring people are saying, I have an arrangement of flowers and I'm going to raffle off. And if you give me your contact information or your business card, you get a chance to win this bouquet of flowers. No, you're smarter than that. You know that you want every single one of the people in that consumer show to be your customer. So what you can do is you can give them a gift certificate. Now, it doesn't have to be maybe as large as some of the other gift certificates. Maybe try a $10 denomination. Give them a $10 gift certificate. Or if it's really tightly aligned with what you sell and the services you provide, a wedding show, give them a higher gift certificate. Maybe you want to give them a $100 gift certificate if you're at the wedding shows, right? You want to get all of them to come to your store, not just one. You don't want just one customer. You want all of them to become your customers. So we had one client who was a sewing center, actually. She had a big Sally Cheney sewing center, big sewing center. And what she did was she gave the price of the entrance fee to the show, the quilting show, to the quilters back in the form of gift certificate. So if it cost $12 to come into the show, she gave everybody a $12 gift certificate. And her deal was, here, let me buy your way into the show. Here, got your business card? You know, do you want to sign up for my email list? And here's a gift certificate. Come into my store. I just want you to come in and I want to invite you to try us out. So consumer shows, great place because you've got a lot of people who are there looking to buy the kind of stuff that you sell. All right, so consumer shows, great place to give out gift certificates. Remember, you're just giving out paper until they actually come in and become a customer. Number 5, endorsed mailing. I love this idea for florists. I love this idea. An endorsed mailing is when another business sends a letter to their own customers saying thank you for being a customer and including a gift certificate for your business. And this is perfect. You guys have the perfect kind of business to do an endorsed mailing. Let me give you an example. Think about in your town, who is the biggest realtor? Who's the realtor that's making the most sales? They've got the billboard out on the highway. You know, they've got thousands, literally thousands of customers that have recently bought homes from them. What if that realtor sent a letter to every one of their customers and said, thank you so much for being my client. I've really enjoyed working with you. As a way to say thank you to you, I'd like to give you this $20 gift certificate to John's Flower Shop. It's just my way of saying thank you and a way to brighten up your home. Now, how many new and amazing customers, highly qualified customers, could that drive into your store? So an endorsed mailing is when you partner with another business person and they basically are endorsing your product by giving away your gift certificates to their customers. You're leveraging their list to get customers for you. That's an endorsed mailing. Number 6, the 6th and final way that we're going to talk about today, there are other ways, but we're going to talk about these 6, is cause marketing. And cause marketing is fantastic. And this is where you partner with a local nonprofit and you give your gift certificates to that local nonprofit. And when they drive traffic into your store, you make a small donation back to the cause. So if they give maybe, and then again, you maybe want to do a smaller denomination on your gift certificate. Maybe they do $10 gift certificates. So if they give $10 gift certificates to all of their partners or all of their members, and then their members come in and buy flowers, you donate a small percentage, maybe 10%, of the flower purchase back to that cause. So again, you're just buying new customers by making that donation. This one is really highly leveraging this idea of givers get. So, you're giving them the gift certificate, you're giving a donation to a cause that they believe in. And so their incentive to give you something in return, and by buying more and bigger bouquets, more flowers, and buying more from you is really high. So cause marketing using gift certificates is a great way to do it. Lots of causes do these big gala events. I tell you what, if you can get a gift certificate to every person at one of these big gala events, that is a home run. They will, those folks who go to these big gala fundraisers, those are great customers for you. So you don't want to just give one gift certificate to one winner. You want to give gift certificates to everybody at the gala, because you don't want one customer, you want all of the customers. And again, you're not giving money away until they actually become customers. You're just giving away paper. So if you could give away 1,000 $10 gift certificates to a charity, you're not giving away $10,000. Don't be scared of that. You're only giving away the money when they come in and actually become customers. All right. So these are 6 different ways. These are great ways that you can give gift certificates. I hope this sparks some ideas for you already. And if you've got questions about these different ways, we'll be able to answer those at the end. It's really important as you're giving out these gift certificates that you track and analyze, that you're checking to see what's working. Check your redemption rate. Okay, if I give out 100 gift certificates, how many get returned? If I give out $10 gift certificates, how many get returned? If I give out $20 gift certificates, well, now a lot more of them get returned. How about the size of the actual physical card? A lot of people will go for these gift certificates that are the size of a business card. Generally, we find that doesn't work as well. Give a full-size, big gift certificate. It's just paper, Give a big gift certificate, but check and see. And which kinds of groups? Do realtors work better? Do PTA groups work better? Do church groups work better? What kind of groups work for you when you're handing out these gift certificates? So you want to track that. And then finally, your average sale. You definitely want to track your average sale. So on the back of every gift certificate that comes back, the sales associates should write down the total sale. Okay, not with the discount, okay, not with the gift certificate. So how much was the total sale? $80? Great. And then they got their $20 discount. So you want to check your average sale and see if it's holding up. If your average sale is $80 normally, you want to check and see if that average is holding up as you're giving gift certificates. Which groups does the average sale hold up? Do you have different ways of giving out gift certificates where it doesn't hold up as well? So you're going to want to track and analyze. And let me just show you this as a little bit of inspiration. This is one of our clients, Cloud9 Pajamas in Edmonton, Alberta. And they are members of our, have been members of our Platinum Mastermind group for years. And these folks got really into this gift certificate strategy. And this is the gift certificates redeemed for their pajama store in 1 quarter. Look how many new customers they got. And look what they're doing. They're testing different denominations, 15%, 20 or $15, $20, $50, different sizes, different pictures. So they're testing and tracking to see what works best. And I will tell you that what they found is the bigger the gift certificate, the better. If there's a picture of a person on it, it seemed to work better. And surprisingly, the higher dollar value, like $50, was not necessarily better than something like $15. More likely, it was the type of group that you gave the gift certificate to that was the determining factor of what worked and what didn't. So look at that. That's just one quarter's work. So it's really inspiring. This strategy works. You can't just give out 10 gift certificates though and hope that it's going to work. You have to try it with different groups, different ways, different denominations, track and test until you find what works for you and your store. All right, so if you want to take a look at some examples of styles of gift certificates and just get in on the whole conversation about gift certificates, I invite you to join our Facebook group called WhizBang Retailers. You can look right here. If you go and search on Facebook for WhizBang Retailers, ask to join, answer the questions. We'll very quickly admit you to the group. And then once you're a member of the group, there's this search bar right over here, this little search field. Go ahead and type in the words gift certificates or gift certificate, and you'll be able to go in and look at all of the discussion that thousands and thousands of really progressive smart retailers have been having about gift certificates. So I invite you to do that. Again, go and search WhizBang Retailers and ask to join the group, and we'll approve you. And you can search and see what people are doing. Like here's an example of a gift certificate that somebody was using. So it's a great, vibrant group, and we invite you to join. All right. So gift certificates are one great way to get new customers, but I have one more really fantastic idea for you. That is some shareable social media content. Now, social media is often a great way, I think, a great way to engage your existing customers, your current customers, people who are already your fans and followers. It's a little bit tougher unless you pay for advertising to get new customers, except this is a fantastic tactic. We call it the name game. And our friends at the Front Porch in Spring Lake first started this. And what they did is they just pick a name every single day and they give something for free. Again, this idea of givers get, putting the rule of reciprocity into play. So if your name is Alex, your ice cream cone is free today. Take a look at the results that they get. So in this one, 57 people liked it, 87 shares, 87 shares. And more than that, 206 comments. And so what's happening is people are tagging all of their friends who have the name. So this is a fantastic way to get new customers, not only to know about your store, know about your business, but to come in and get something for free. All right. So obviously you're not going to give ice cream cones. We're going to think about some different things. Here's somebody that did it. This is a beauty and facial, like bed and bath store in Ontario. And this was the first week. These are the results she got the very first week she started doing this. In the first week, she used some popular names like Jen. But look at that, 62 shares, 105 likes, and 271 comments of people tagging their friends named Jennifer to come in and get a free little bar of soap. So this is just a really, truly fantastic idea. And I've got one more here. This is somebody in your industry. This is Anna's Flowers, our friends at Anna's Flowers. These folks were in our Platinum Mastermind group. And what they did was give a little 4-inch potted plant away. So if your name is Tammy, come in for your free potted plant today. They gave away different things. You could give away a rose. You could give away whatever the flower of the day is. You could give away whatever flower your vendors have a lot of, all right? So whatever looks amazing that is low cost to you, but high value to your customers, this is fantastic. Now, keep in mind that not every Tammy who gets tagged is coming in to claim their free 4-inch plant, but they're all getting tagged and they're all getting reminded about the store, Anna's Flowers. And Anna's Flowers is generating all this fantastic organic reach on their page by using this name game. So I think this is a great strategy for florists. I really encourage you to try it. Again, you can decide what it is you're going to give away. Maybe one day you're going to give away chocolates if you sell candies as well as flowers. Maybe one day you're going to give away a rose. Maybe the next day it's a small potted plant. You know, you can do whatever you want. And if you post the picture of what you're giving away, even better. Especially if you're giving away something different. Especially if it's a flower, the flower of the day. You know, free flower of the day for Tammy. And today's flower is a Gerber daisy. You know, I don't know what it is. Like you guys get to decide. But I think it's a great way to get people to come in and try you out, experience your store, and put your store top of the mind and get new customers. So that's just a really fun little technique. And there we go. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to email me, Susan@WhizBangTraining.com. All the handouts for the slides are available on the webinar right here, and I'm ready to take questions. I think we have about 10 minutes to take questions. Hopefully you guys have some great questions for me, or I can clarify some things.
Awesome. Thank you, Susan, so much for sharing a lot of great information. That was fantastic. We are now open for questions, as Susan said. So remember, just simply type that question in that question box on the upper right side of your screen. Our first question from Nikki, what's a good redemption rate on gift certificates I hand out, and how many should I expect to get used?
Yeah, that's a really great question. It's going to range. Now, please don't expect that they're all going to come back. I mean, if you got a 10% redemption rate, I think that would be fantastic. And again, it depends on the group that you're handing out the gift certificates to. The more closely aligned they are with you and what you sell, the higher you're going to expect that redemption rate to be. So if you've got affluent homeowners, women, I'm going to guess that you probably are more women than men are buying from you on a daily basis, then you're going to expect to get a higher redemption rate. And if you're giving them out at the 5K that's got 1,000 people in it, and it's, you know, some of them are kids and they're teenagers and they're, 30-year-old dudes that are just, runners or whatever, lower affinity, less affinity for your business. So you're going to get maybe a 3% redemption rate would be great on that one. But again, if you're giving out 1,000 gift certificates and you get a 3% redemption rate on that, hey, I'd take that all day long. Remember, one of those folks could be your next best customer, next great wedding, and corporate gifts, or all these things. So it's going to range, but you're not. It's always going to feel like you didn't get as many back as you want. But all you need are you just keep doing it over and over and over again. Just keep in mind that table of all those gift certificates from Cloud9 Pajamas. Those are all different campaigns given out to different groups over different times during the quarter. You just have to keep hitting singles. You just want to keep hitting a lot of singles. That's what wins games, and that's what's going to win and help you build your sales and build your business too. That's a great question. Thanks, Janet.
All right, thanks, Susan. Just a reminder for everybody, we have a few more minutes left for questions. So if you've got a question, type it in the question box there. We've got a question from David. Do I have to have a fancy gift certificate that's made by a graphic designer?
Yeah, no, you absolutely don't. Of course, you want it to look good and you want it to match your brand standards. You want it to, to reflect the quality of your store, but it doesn't need to be fancy. As a matter of fact, there are lots and lots of templates that you can use. If you even just Google gift certificate templates, there's a lot of them where you can upload your own logo. You can change the colors on the gift certificates. If you use Word, and most of us have Word on our computer, you can find lots of gift certificate templates actually in Microsoft Word. You can just put your logo on it. When you're designing your gift certificate, let me remind you, again, The one thing that you need to put, the one piece of fine print to put on there is please, only one per customer. That's important. And then the other super important thing that you need to put on your gift certificate is your store information. Not only your name, but your address, your phone number, your website address. You know, maybe on the back side you want to put a map if you're in a big area, or, you know, feel free to use both sides of that gift certificate. Maybe on the back of the gift certificate, you tell a little bit about your store and why you're the best choice for flowers in your area. So you don't have to do something really fancy or spend a lot of money on a graphic designer, but you know, again, you want it to reflect the quality of your store. So use some of these templates that are available, and then as you're using them more, if you're finding you're using them a lot, then invest in having a designer actually spiff them up a little bit for you, because designers really, graphic designers really can do something beautiful, but you don't have to. It's way more important. I would so much rather you open up your Word doc right now, pull up a gift certificate template, print off 20 of them, and go walk your business district this afternoon. Give them out today. Then wait and spend time and, you know, obsess and worry about the design. The action is more important. Don't let perfection get in the way of progress. Find a great gift certificate that uses your logo, has the appropriate information, and get them out there. Get them out there. Start testing and see what works. What denominations work? What groups work? What methods of handing those gift certificates out will work for you and your store in your city or your town? So that's a really great question, because people do get stuck on that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Right.
Thanks, Susan. I think you've given everybody so much information, they're just not sure what to ask. So you may get flooded with a lot of emails this week.
Well, I'm happy to answer any questions. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I highly recommend that you try this technique out, and especially that name game technique. Fantastic technique for florists. I think it's a really, really cool way to not only get customers in, but also build your social media credibility. It's a fantastic technique that's worked for lots and lots of our clients. So really appreciate it, Janet. Have had a lot of fun talking to your FTD florist today, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much today. Thank you to everybody for attending today's webinar. If you missed a portion of the webinar or you would like to view it again, a replay will be available on the FTD Mercury Network Florist YouTube channel later this week. And as always, we'll be sending you a very brief survey to gather your feedback on today's webinar. So we ask you to please just take a minute, complete the webinar, and complete the survey, and help us improve future webinars and other education programs for you. Our next FTD webinar is scheduled for Tuesday, July 23rd. FTD Education Consultant Randy Wooten, AIFD, will share tips for more educated buying to increase your profit potential. The registration is already available at ftdi.com, so be sure to register as soon as possible to reserve your spot for that webinar. Again, thank you, Susan, sharing a lot of great information on how to increase the foot traffic without spending a fortune on advertising. This concludes FTD's webinar, How to Get a Flood of New Customers for Little or No Money. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Janet.